Hey everyone, Dancentral here again. I'm doing another collaboration video with Clickforupdate. This is going to be an Xbox collection video, so over to Clickforupdate.
Okay, this is our Xbox collection of games. These are mine.
And these are mine.
Right, so these are a lot, so if you want to get started, and I'll go after you.
What do you want to do? Should we do one of each pile, and then obviously you'll get to a stage where you
just do your lot, and then I'll do mine.
Okay, so in case some of you are wondering why I've got way less than Clickforupdate, I don't tend to buy a lot of Xbox games. He tends to play the 360 more than I do, as most of you know that I'm into retro quite a lot. But I do play the Xbox, just don't sort of collect for it as such. Anyway, let's just get on with it. So the first game that I've got is Crash Mind Over Mutant. Awesome Crash game in the series. It has been released as well on the PlayStation, but not a lot that you can say about the Crash games because they're pretty legend anyway, so fantastic game. Next one we've got Sonic Unleashed. Again, it's been released across multiple platforms such as the Wii, the PS3, etc. Again, another good game in the Sonic series. Interesting that they kind of gave him kind of a different character for the night levels, made him a werehog. I think it kind of worked well, although I do prefer the day levels, but again, really good Sonic game in the series. Third game, got Unreal Tournament 3. Again, a really good game, has been released previously on the Dreamcast and then PlayStation, but fantastic game nonetheless. I'm not going to say much about these games because we have got quite a lot to get through. One of my favourite games on the 360, Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, leading on from the Nintendo 64 versions of the games. I do prefer the N64 versions, although this game is a great addition to the series anyway. And yeah, not much to be said about that really. Sega Mega Drive collection, basically just a collection of loads of Mega Drive games. You've got all the Sonic games on there, not just the first three. We've got Sonic and Knuckles, and you've got Sonic 3D as well, so really good one. Also, there's just a few to let you know in case you're wondering. You've got Echo the Dolphin, Altered Beast, Streets of Rage trilogy, Golden Axe trilogy, and Shinobi, and there's loads more. So it's great also to get gamer score for old games because it's easy gamer score really, because if you've played these before, then it's going to be a breeze to get game score for it, so that's easy. Next game, Amped 3, basically a snowboarding game. One of my subs, Wendy, she just bought SSX Tricky for the GameCube, and this is very similar to that. Yeah, just a really awesome snowboarding game, really. And then the next one we've got Need for Speed Carbon, pretty neat racing game. I'm not very great at this game, but it's pretty good. There's also Need for Speed Underground, which is out as well, but this is probably slightly better, I'd say. But yeah, awesome racing game nonetheless. And then the next one we've got is Quake 4. I really enjoyed playing Quake 3 Arena on the PS2 and also on the Dreamcast, so I was really interested to see what Quake 4 was like when it came out, and I was really impressed. They did a lot more with it, and really enjoyed playing that one, especially with Clickforupdate as well as on my own, so awesome game, that one. And then we've got another Sonic game, the first one that they released on the next gen stuff, Sonic the Hedgehog. I do prefer this to Sonic Unleashed, just because it's more straightforward. It's more of a kind of classic feel as opposed to the updated stuff they did with Sonic Unleashed. And it's great to be able to play as Shadow and the new character Silver the Hedgehog as well. So absolutely fantastic game, that one. And then, just before Clickforupdate goes through his huge collection, so this may go into two parts, we're not sure yet, we'll see how it goes. I've just got a few Xbox One games. People like SNEStastic may be interested in seeing what these are, although there isn't a lot here. But anyway, so we've got Shenmue 2. What Microsoft did is they basically re-released the Dreamcast version of the game onto the Xbox, which was a great idea because people that didn't own a Dreamcast were then able to play the Shenmue 2 game. It's a shame they didn't release the first one as well, but awesome game. It's so realistic, it's untrue, it's fantastic.
That is a really good game. I totally recommend that one on the Dreamcast, on the Xbox. Absolutely amazing. I've always been more into the kind of the new games, the Xbox 360 and all that kind of things. But that's the best, in my opinion, the best old game out.
Yeah, so basically he doesn't play a lot of, say, Xbox One games because he likes to get the game score, but he will give up a lot of his time to play this game because it is that good. It's so realistic. He spent a bit longer on it than I have, but it's absolutely fantastic. They also include a feature-length DVD of Shenmue the movie, which is well worth a watch, really interesting. But yeah, you just have to get that game, it's so good. They need to do a Shenmue 3, but unfortunately I don't think they're going to, but we can always hope. But anyway, nearly there. So this one's House of the Dead 3 on the Xbox, really nice version of the game. It also has House of the Dead 2 on it, although it doesn't mention it on the front. You can unlock the second one as well, which I thought was a great idea, so you can kind of play 2 of the versions of the game as well. But as people know, you can also get it on the PC, you can get it on the Dreamcast, so it's entirely up to you which kind of platform you want to get it on. So, but anyway, great game. Right, now, Time Splitters 2. Unfortunately, this doesn't play on the Xbox 360 because although the 360 does have a good back catalogue of games that you can play on it, this is one of the games that unfortunately at the moment isn't supported. So me and Clickforupdate, we went out downtown and we got this game, and we really thought that it would work, but unfortunately it didn't. We were debating whether or not to get this version or a GameCube version of the game, but we went for the Xbox version. Unfortunately it didn't work. But anyway, it's a great game. We have got it on the PS2, so it's not like we can't play it, but it's a great shooting game, and we've spent hours of fun on that game as well. Now I've just got 2 more games. This is Jet Set Radio Future. It's the sequel to the first game, Jet Set Radio from the Dreamcast. Basically, just to give you guys a bit of summary as to what it's about, you ride on skates and you have to basically spray graffiti on the walls where the arrows are, and you get points for the more graffiti you spray, but you have to avoid the police because they're out to get you and to stop you from doing it. So it's just a really fun game, trying to spray paint all the different areas and trying to avoid all the police and everything. So a really good game, that one. And then the very last game, it's one of my favourite games, and I'm sure Clickforupdates as well, on the PC, Roller Coaster Tycoon. I never knew this was available on the Xbox originally. We played the first 3 on the PC and absolutely loved them. So when we saw that it was on the Xbox, we were pretty interested to see how it kind of ran with the joypad and everything. But unfortunately, this is another game that's not currently supported on the 360. I do check the Xbox website quite a lot to see if it is ever kind of made available, and still hasn't. So we'll just have to stick with the PC versions. It's such a shame because this is absolutely awesome, but it's kind of not a good enough reason for us to actually go and get an Xbox One just to play the one game. So I think we're just going to have to live with it, basically. So
since we got on PC, we don't really need it.
Yeah, exactly. There's no point going out and getting an Xbox One just to play the one game when you've got it on the PC. So yeah, that's my collection, guys. They're all my games. As I said, Clickforupdate is a lot more into the 360 than I am, although it is an amazing console anyway. But I'm going to hand over to Clickforupdate now, and as I've already said, this probably will go over onto 2 parts now, so we'll just pause it when it gets to the 10-minute limit, and then we'll carry on in another video. So
we'll do. We're gonna. I'll do mine on the second part, because of it being obviously quite a lot of games. Okay. No point of starting now. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick a game out of my brother's collection on our personal favourite and recommendation. So I would choose 100% Shenmue. Now this one, 100% recommend it. Absolutely amazing. I can't say enough about that game. It's just, if you're into retro or if you're into the new generation of gaming, I still find that highly entertaining. Not the most brilliant graphics for it. Still looks a bit like Lego, but the gameplay most definitely makes up for it. So that would be my recommendation and my favourite game out of Dancentral's collection. On to you.
Awesome. Now the other interesting thing about this game is what they did was they made it in Japanese dialogue with English subtitles, which is quite interesting. Whereas on the Dreamcast they had it in English, if I remember rightly, and then on the Xbox they had it in Japanese with English subtitles, which is quite interesting that they decided to make that change. But it still worked well, I thought, and it kind of seems more authentic to have it in their home language, and then you can still understand it via the subtitles anyway. Probably, and it wouldn't surprise many of you either, probably would be Sonic the Hedgehog. As I said, it won't surprise many of you, as you all know that I'm a huge Sonic fan. Just because it's absolutely awesome. I mean, a Sega Mega Drive collection is fantastic as well, but I wouldn't say that just because they're all on the Mega Drive anyway. But for me, it would be Sonic the Hedgehog. It was great to see how they kind of updated the graphics and everything, and the fact that they introduced a few new characters. And it says on the back there's over 25 action-packed stages, And just when I first played this game, the graphics just really did blow me away. If there is any game that either of us show on camera and you guys would like to see a gameplay vid of it at some point, and we don't already cover it in our other gameplay vids, which will be going up sort of around this video, send us a comment. As I said, this may go on Clickforupdate's channel as well. Send either of us a comment and we'll look to do it. I mean, if Clickforupdate's back at uni and I'm on my own, I'm more than happy to play for it myself. Or if he comes home, or if he's able to do it up where he is, he'll do it for you as well. So just thought I'd get that in as well. So anyway, that's all we've got time for this part. Join us in the second part. We'll be going through Clickforupdate's collection. I'll be talking a bit about some of the games as well, the ones I have played, and letting you know my thoughts on it. But for this part, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Do let us know what you think in the comments, and we'll see you in the very next part. So thanks for watching.